talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. First down, a run with Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
58, right over there,
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7.
The score, Titans 13, Bears 7.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the line. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on first down. Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these 2 teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Over first and 10. At their own 7.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some... simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete.
And that one off the mark. A little late with the throw. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball, at least.
And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Chicago.
So how about about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, it's Henry.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The ball carrier.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Tannehill going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 30. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
26-yard line.
2nd and 11 now.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
A 43-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. He's going deep for... This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Fielded in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
The kick is good.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. They find some open field here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. 7 yards the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Taken down.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Let's go. 28.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got room. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Good. Makes the score Titans 33, Bears 29.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
18.
They go play action with Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Play action. Now Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.